Hi guys, welcome back to a new video. In this video we'll be creating a simple fire animation in After Effects. So we'll start with a new composition of 1000 into 1000 width and height with a 10 seconds duration, and once that is done, we'll select the pen tool, and after that we'll select a linear gradient. There we'll just select a simple color between a red and a yellow to resemble a more like a fire kind of animation. And here I just selected a dark and a light red color, and once that is done, you can just create a shape like I'm showing here. Okay, as you can see here, I just completed the entire shape. This is just to keep the fire animation shape a little intact. That's the only reason we are doing this. It doesn't have to be like this. You can just follow your own shapes and design things like that. Once that is done, you can just go to effects and preset panel, and if you are not able to find it, you can always go to window menu, and there you will be able to find effects and preset. From there we'll just type in turbulent displays, and once you type in under the distort option, you will get a turbulent and a displacement. There once you apply it, straight away you can see some changes here. Then you can just play with the amount. We'll just increase the amount to higher number once we get certain blobs and gaps in our shapes, things like that. And after that you can just adjust the size, and once that is done, if you actually play with the evolution, you will be able to see a lot of animation changes in there. And once that is done, you can just pin the bottom, so the bottom area will not be moving that much compared to the top area. After that, once you are happy with all the settings and changes you are making there, once you are happy with the entire values and everything, then we can move on to the next part. So here I'm just experimenting with all the values like amount, size, and changing the evolution and checking out how the animation is looking. And once you also have to find everything. After that, we'll just add an expression to the evolution value, time times, and here I'm giving 200. And once you give a basic value, and if you are happy with it, you can just stick with that value, or if you want to make it faster or slower, based on your requirement, you have to make some changes in the expression values. Here I'm just increasing that value from initial 200 to 300, so we have an initial animation. Once that is done, we can just name it as base fire, something like that. So we'll be adding on more and more layers on it until we get a desired result. And just like before, and we'll just make a duplicate. And this time what we'll do is, at the bottom side of our gradient, we'll just keep the previous light color, and on the top side we'll just change it to a yellow color. And once that is done, we'll just select the pen tool and adjust that shape, so we'll be able to see the background gradient layer a bit more, and the new layer will be on top of it. So we'll get a color variation from lighter to darker, and we'll just get some shape variations here and there. That will give us a much more dynamic and organic kind of look, and it will make much more interesting animation. So right away you can see, when we added one more layer itself, we'll be able to see a lot of changes. After that, I'm duplicating that same layer, the second layer again, and here I'm just one side I'm adding yellow color, and on the other side I'll be adding a light blue kind of color, blue, or some kind of different color. So it doesn't have to be that exact blue or any other color. You can just change the colors and experiment with it until you get something interesting, something that you are happy with it. Here I'm going with a little blue color. Maybe in the future, based on what I want, I'll be changing that also. So you can just play with it. You can experiment with these colors and values and shapes until you get a perfect result what you're looking for. And you just don't have to follow the exact same process that I'm doing here. The only thing is I'm just showing you this is an option to create that kind of fire animation what you're looking for. So once that is done, this is our basic fire. Then we'll add an adjustment layer, so we can add an effect on top of it, and it will affect the entire animation. So the thing with adjustment layer is once you apply an effect here, just I showed you like hue and saturation. Once you change any values, it will affect the entire layer. So that will be a good addition to our animation. So we can actually add in more and more effects on top of it, and we'll be able to create something interesting. So here I'm applying a wave wrap animation to our adjustment layer, so we'll get that wave effect to our fire. Here also we'll have to play with that height as well as width and things like that. And after that you can just change the direction to 9 to 0. So the wave will happen from top to bottom like that, instead of side to side. So once that is done, again you can just lock the bottom, so the bottom area will not be moving that much compared to top area. And there also you can actually play with values and all the speed and wave speed, things like that. And once you are happy with all the values, everything, then you can just if you want, you can add in more and more effects on top of it. For the time being, I'm not adding any more effects or anything like that. And you can experiment with the colors until you get some different color variations or something you are looking for. Here again I'm just experimenting with the colors. This time I'm instead of blue, I'm checking with something pink color or purple or something like that. So that way we'll get a more stylized version of our fire animation instead of that generic color effects. So like I said, it's all up to you where you want to use this kind of effects or what you are looking for. Here I'm again experimenting with all these colors and values, things like that. I'm just reverting back to the previous colors, and I'm adjusting the colors a bit more. Here I just removed that white, so it wasn't actually looking very good, so I just removed the entire white colors and things like that. So once you have completed the entire thing, you can just pre-comp the entire fire animation. Here I'm not going to add any more layers into it, because this is just an introduction on showing how to create a simple fire animation. After that you can just add this effect on top of it, any kind of animations you want, maybe like a stove, or here I have some firewood, like campfire wood. I'll be experimenting and showing it how we can actually add that particular fire effects and how good it looks on top of it. So straight away you can see when we actually place it on a wood, it looks much more realistic and much more interesting. And after that, what you can do is you can just add some little mask, and at the top area, at the bottom area, if you actually leave a little bit of masking, and then after you add a little bit of feathering, you will get a blending between the wood and the fire. So that will make much more blending effects, and straight away you can actually use these animations on top of your animation like projects and things like that. So I hope you guys learned something new, and you all will be creating animations like this and experimenting with the colors and all. So if you like it, like the video, Please share with your friends, and as well as subscribe to the channel, and I'll be uploading more and more videos like this in the future as well. Thank you for watching.